Welcome to the Find Happiness podcast, where we explore the many ways to find joy and peace in our lives. I am your host. My name is Happy Life, and I'm so excited to be with you today. Today, we have a very special guest with us. Please join me in welcoming Kellina Powell. Kellina Powell is a young entrepreneur who loves to help people with their personal growth and educate others about the deaf community. As a hard of hearing person, Kellina has a unique perspective on the challenges and opportunities that come with living with hearing loss. She recently graduated with a psychology degree and is now starting her own online coaching business while launching her book. Kellina, we're excited to have you on the show today and hear more about your journey and the wisdom you have to share with our listeners. Welcome, welcome, and welcome.
Thank you so much for having me today, and thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Anyway, how's your day going?
My day's been good. It's been very busy, but you know, how about you?
Awesome, awesome. Just been waiting here. We really want to extract from your knowledge today.
Yeah.
Anyway, so can you tell us a bit about your personal experience with depression and anxiety and how it relates to your experiences as a hard of hearing person?
Definitely. I would say my life was a roller coaster. Due to lack of support and resources in the mental health field, especially with someone who have a disability. I just suffer a lot with anxiety and depression just because 90% of the time when we are interacting with people, we have to listen.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for me to always pick up words, especially having to read the person lips, just because a lot of people who are deaf rely heavily on lip reading, like myself. And unfortunately, sometimes it can be really hard to communicate, especially I get tired when I have to communicate with someone. And it can get very draining and exhausting, especially my eyes get really tired. And, for example, COVID, right? The masks are covering your face. Unfortunately, as a deaf person, like we have to see your lips to have a conversation with you and understand.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's been a really hard way of communicating. And depression comes into terms of how can I be better within myself? How can I be able to not doubt myself because I can't communicate very well? I did suffer that, especially when I was in high school. I'm pretty sure no one likes high school,
Mm-hmm.
and high school definitely brings that out a lot the most, just because of figuring out who I am and like being bullied a lot of time, and so that's basically my experience.
Wow, wow, wow. Honestly, I'm deeply moved by your courage and resilience in facing the unique challenges that comes with being a hard of hearing person and managing depression and anxiety. It takes a lot of strength to navigate those experiences, and I admire the way you have used that strength to help others in similar situations, even right now. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so can you tell us more about your business and the services you offer to help people with their personal growth?
Definitely. So I am a coach. For those who don't know, I am a mental health coach. I help people one on one, family, and couples, along with who have a disability. But my doors are also open for those who don't have a disability, because I know a lot of people feel fascinated and inspired by my story. And I do a lot of positive psychology sessions. So I do not focus on negative psychology. The reason for that is because I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about the old trauma and all that. So I just really focus on the positive psychology and help people how to get to that goal that they want to achieve. And I am also a mentor. So I know a lot of people rather have me as a mentor just to work with them and just really guide them in life and how can they progress themselves into a better lifestyle that they wish to be. And also too, I am an author, so I do have two books And my book is there to really inspire other people to get themselves out there and not feel like that they're alone. And yeah, so that's my service.
Wow. This leaves me speechless. I'm incredibly impressed, honestly. I'm incredibly impressed. Your dedication to helping others to reach their full potential, uh, is truly inspiring. It is.
Thank
Yeah, it is. It is. So, can you talk more about the challenges you faced while pursuing a psychology degree and how you overcame them?
So I face a lot of challenges in university, especially coming from someone who have a disability. I was using accommodation for school. However, I had a few professors that did not accommodate me. And my first year of university, I ended up failing one course. That was because this professor did not listen to me. When I tell you guys he did not listen to me, he didn't listen. So it's a music class, and every time there's a test, you have to listen. However, I explained it to him like, "Hello, I am deaf. Um, I need to be assigned different type of testing instead of listening." He didn't bother, and he felt like I was taking advantage of my accommodation. However, I actually had a disability counselor who would, trying to back me up for me and speak to him. He didn't bother listening and he just failed me. And that was something I faced a lot, especially advocating for myself a lot in university. And not just myself who've been through it, but I know other people who've been through it too. And the second thing is I struggle a lot in terms of really getting things done on time. It's because sometimes, especially in university, it's very overwhelming. It's a lot of courses you're taking. You're like, oh my god, I'm so stressed out. I feel like my main thing I definitely struggle a lot when I study my psychology degree is accommodation wise. And a lot of professors thought I had a note taker for me. He thought that note take I paid that note
Yeah.
taker so that I can sell the note to other students.
Wow.
And I'm like, why would I do that? And yeah, it was just very disgusting because I was just like coming from a student who was deaf. Of course, they need a note taker with them just in case they miss something while they're making their own note. And it's very unfortunate, but that is literally that's what I struggle with in school. Not a lot of people thought of that. They're like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah, my professors. I would say 8 out of 10 of my professors were really good, except for like probably 2 or 3 of them were giving me a hard time."
Hmm. So, two words here: determination and perseverance. Yeah, you have them all starched up inside. Honestly, honestly, and let's be real here. If getting a degree was easy, everyone would have one. I mean, but you did it, and that's something to be proud of. Kudos, man. Kudos, kudos, kudos. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I like the smiles already. I like the smiles. Yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about okay, let's talk about your book and what inspired you to write it.
Okay, so this is a question for you. Have you ever read a book by a deaf author?
No, 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 no.
Exactly. So that's why I choose to write a book,
Hmm.
actually, because 90% of the time I asked someone who's hearing, they all told me no. And I was like, huh? And they all said no because we never come across a book that is written by the deaf author. And I said, why not do it? Why not write a book and inspire the next generation, help people to understand what it's like to be deaf? And nowadays, a lot of people are reading more books than before, and so that's why I wrote my book is just to really inspire other people and continue doing that, and just by bringing the awareness into the hearing community.
Hmm. This is applaudable. Applaudable. Wow. Wow. You see, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. I can't wait for this book.
You love it. Honestly, the book is poetry. For those who's probably wondering what type of book it is, it's a very poetry book. It's 95 pages. Nothing too long. Don't worry. I used to hate reading books. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna make a book that's super short and brief, straight to the point. So
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
poetry book. You're gonna love it.
Okay. Okay. So, How do you educate others about the deaf community, and what do you think is the most important thing for hearing people to understand about the deaf community?
There's a lot of things. I would say my top. I would say it that not every deaf person knows ASL, and not all deaf person cannot speak. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of time when I start talking, people get shocked and like, "You're deaf and you talk like this?" Everybody's speech is very different. Do not compare people to people, and a lot of people tend to do that a lot of time. And I would say that a lot of deaf people can drive. I remember when I was driving, people look at me and they're like, "But you're deaf. How can you drive?" And I always say, "What the what? What? I didn't know deaf people can't drive." So deaf people can do normal hearing can do. They are not meant to do something else, which is ridiculous. So that is my main thing I would love to hear people to know about the deaf community.
Wow. So I see you like a bridge, connecting two dots, connecting two different things. Like, your ability to bridge the gap between hearing and the deaf community is truly admirable. I think your message about this is important and will drive it very, very far. Drive it very far. All along, like asking you these things, and when you're done talking, I just get speechless. I don't even know what to say, man. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Anyways, so how do you think your personal experience has shaped your perspective on psychology, and how has that perspective, well, how does the perspective differ from that of hearing psychologists?
I would say that it maybe due to my psychology background, I'm more aware and more cautious how I present myself. And I feel like while I was studying psychology, it made me realize why I do certain things. And also, too, it made me learn how to communicate better with different people. And that was something I struggled a lot when I was growing up. And I'm able to do that, thankfully. And hydrozoological way, I am more not aware, but I'm super knowledge
Mm-hmm.
how to help other people. And I feel like that's really shaped me who I am right now.
Wow, this is great. This is great. Can you discuss any future plans or projects you have in these works?
So I just launched my second book, a collaboration book,
Yeah.
on December 2nd. I am coming up with a children book, which I'm super excited.
Mm-hmm.
And as well, I am creating a Facebook group for all deaf communities to coming together and network, which is something I'm working on right now. And I think that is all. I do
Mm-hmm.
have a third one I want to work on. I don't know if it's gonna be work for sure for 2023, but maybe 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's the future plan. I need to just continue inspiring other people, being on other podcasts, and really getting more clients and helping more clients.
Look, well, you know what? I am so excited, like, to hear about your future plans and projects. Honestly, your dedication and your drive to continue making positive impact in the world is truly inspiring. And let's be real, you're like a positive impact superhero, and the world needs more of you. I should clap for you again.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, here we go. In what ways do you hope your business and book will impact the deaf community and society as a whole?
There's so many ways, right? My main goal would definitely put a band-aid with the deaf community and the hearing community, just to learn and realize that your voice matters. Your voice deserves to be heard.
Yeah.
No matter what type of community you are in, it should not matter. And I want my book and my business to really teach people that if I can do it, you can do it. No matter what you have, it should not matter. You The only thing that matters is how bad you want it and how much work you want to put into it.
Hmm. Okay, so you know what I have to say to you. Let me just tell you this. Your ability to think beyond your personal experiences and strive to create a to create like more inclusive and equitable world is truly admirable, honestly.
Thanks.
Yeah. So because of time, before we wrap up, would you be willing to share your contact information to our listeners who may be interested in your coaching services or learning more about your book?
Yeah, definitely. You can find my book on Amazon.
Okay.
Woo! My book is on Amazon.
Yeah, yeah.
You can just type in Kellina Powell, so Kellina and Powell, Powell. You can also find me on Instagram, which is Zep Queen Boss, and any other platform you can type that in, and I'm everywhere. You'll find me, and as well, my website
Mm-hmm.
is KellinaEmpowerment.com. You can definitely find there all the coaching pods.
Oh, great, great, great. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today, Kellina. Your insights and experiences have been truly inspiring, and we are grateful for the wisdom you have shared with us today. We are. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. We hope you found today's episode very valuable. And until next time, thank you for joining us.